Hi, it's Brandon Slade from ThirstGym.com. Today we're talking about exercise called the reverse band Swiss bar bench press. This is a great shoulder-friendly exercise to press heavy, and what's really nice is it can build some confidence with some other weights as well. So to set this up, you are going to want to have some bands, and then you are going to have a power rack that you can attach your bands to. We wrap ours around our band pegs. You can tie them to your rack. There's a couple different ways to set them up. You got some options there. And then you are going to need a multi-grip bar, a Swiss press bar to perform this exercise. Now, the reverse bands are also called the future method. This is designed that as the bar comes closer to us, the bands are technically going to help us more and more. And as we press off, the bands are actually going to help take the weight off of our chest a little bit. So if you're trying to build confidence with weights, work on your lockout, specifically this variation might work well. But I really like this exercise. Overall, is a good shoulder-friendly option because it's really nice and smooth. So it's got this kind of Smith press machine feel to it. But at the same time, you are going to have to stabilize the weight, and you are going to be able to move some weight and not be locked in like a Smith machine. So what you're going to do, put the bands around both sleeves of the bar, add the weight as needed. I'm demoing this with no weight, but obviously add some weight to it. And then you're going to use the grip that works best for you here. I'll talk about that here in a second. So lay down on the bench, pull the bar forward, set your shoulders, set your feet. So by set your shoulders, you don't want to be up like this, just pull them kind of down and back a little bit. Now when it comes to the grip piece, this one has 3 neutral grip handles and a V handle. We don't really use the V handle for any kind of pressing. I know for myself, I'm usually in the middle bar whenever I want to bench press, and then make sure your knuckles are towards the ceiling. So you don't want to have them like this. Just make sure those knuckles are good and tall, and you're really going to squeeze the crap out of that bar, and you make sure you're good and centered. You want to be favored towards one end or the other. Then line your body up so that your face is in the middle of the bar here, and you should pretty much be good. And then all you're going to do is unrack the bar here, come down to your chest, press up. And then rack. Pretty simple, nothing overly crazy, just kind of like your regular Swiss bar bench press, but the bands are going to mix things up just a little bit. Now when it comes to programming for this exercise, I really think this is a great shoulder-friendly way to bench press. So if you happen to be somebody that's just got a lot of shoulder problems and you can't really bench press heavy anymore, this is probably going to be a good go-to for you. I don't think you're going to find a whole lot of shoulder problems with it. And it is going to let you confidently handle some more weight. And I know that can be very helpful whenever you want to try to build your upper body a little bit. So you can obviously mess around with the band tension as well. These are just mini bands. This is absolutely not a whole lot for me. I could hardly feel the difference on this. I would probably use Monster Benny or light bands personally to really get some overload. But it's also a great way to just peak certain exercises. Now this is an exercise that I would peak, but that's what the reverse band method can be used for as well. So where would I place this exercise in my training program? This could be a great max effort variation. So if you happen to be a conjugate person, throw this into your rotation. Use this as a way to keep your shoulders good and healthy and give them a break, but still kind of handle some weight. Obviously, the Swiss bar does make things more challenging. So because we are in a neutral grip, we aren't going to be handling as much load as we normally would. The reverse bands are going to negate that, so I wouldn't be surprised to see this exercise right around your normal numbers, give or take, which could be great from a nervous system standpoint if you're trying to give your body a little bit of a break on the shoulders, but still keep your nervous system feeling good throughout a training cycle. The other thing is, this can also be fantastic for a supplemental exercise. So if you're looking for a way to build your lockout, keep your shoulders healthy, and press safely and efficiently, as I've kind of talked about here, this would be a great supplemental exercise, great for anywhere from about 3 to 5 sets of probably 3 to 8 reps. Now, if you want to push the strength, you keep your reps down and your sets down a little bit more. If you're looking for some hypertrophy, 3 to 4 sets of 6 to 8 reps is going to be able to let you put some size on and keep your shoulders happy without having to bench press with a straight bar all the time. I personally love the way this variation feels. If I'm looking for a way to make my shoulder feel good, this is usually a way that I still bench press without aggravating my shoulder. So if you got any questions about the reverse band, Swiss bar bench press, please feel free to leave them in the comment section. Thanks. Have a great day.